Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well today. Got just a few names on radar. Not too much, but just gonna jump right into it. Headline news out this morning on some minerals. U.S. in talks to set up $5 billion fund for mineral deals. So going into today, MP was already on watch. We had it on watch and traded it yesterday as well, but stopped out a little bit. So what I'm basically looking for, or what I was looking for, was a push through this trend line, but now we're gapping up over that. So I'm just going to look for any trend to join off of open. Very nice, 2 month or so base over here. Good deals with, the Trump administration and Apple back here to give it that big leg up out of this massive base. And now it's pretty much just setting up for the second potential leg. So some interest over there. USAR, huge chop, but I mean higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. This is, not the same, but this is what we'd like to see. With Tesla, we saw it as well, where we just get these higher lows. And USAR is pretty much doing similar to that. So I'm gonna look for maybe something in USAR, and then TMC as well. Just like been basing down here, putting in a little bit of an inside day. Maybe we get some sort of leg up there if they all decide to continue. As for continuation names, NBIS is one I'm watching. Gapped up on the Google News last week. Now we're just hanging around. You see the volume just dries up day by day. We go lower and lower and lower and lower, and now I'm just looking for that reversal. Maybe getting a little help from CoreWeave, but when CoreWeave was hanging around all day yesterday, NBIS was pulling. So not really much, but CoreWeave, has been holding up as well. Looks pretty decent on the daily there. But the last one I have, it has been, pretty choppy, but it's a solar name, NXT. I mean, all the solars have been, really choppy or haven't been trending well lately, but they have been getting attention. So NXT, is a strong one I want to watch for. Any continuation if the solars do decide to perk out, that will be the one on my watch. There also is one small cap name that is moving, with some pretty heavy volume so far. APVO. I'm just going to copy and paste the news in here real quick so you can see it. Pretty much delivers 100% remission rate in cohort 3 of Rayner trial for AML. People see 100% remission rate. Some fade it. Some just see that and jump in. I want to see volume really build. Right now, it's just been consolidating for the past 15 minutes in this range. I probably won't have interest in this name until 2 p.m. plus. I want to see, a big push off open. Then I want to see it pull back into VWAP. I want to see it, hug or wrap around VWAP. So we go through and then come back down under and put in higher lows on decreasing volume into the afternoon. And then maybe a potential end of day move to 3 p.m. where, the stock could potentially, go 50 to 100% there. But certain criteria I'll walk through in IU. I mean, the float is pretty low. I mean, it's sub 3 million. So if it does hang around, then that would be of interest. Otherwise, not really, similar to any other names I have on watch, but that would be, kind of a scalp type of trade. Otherwise, MP top watch. If the basket does follow it, USAR, TMC, NBIS, and NXT. I'm going to pass this over now to Emil.
All right, thanks, Jura. Morning, everyone. So I'm going to watch FGI. Most of these names are already giving back. So since this one is a nano floater, I'm just going to wait the open, see how it's going to behave. But so far, this is a copycat HSDT from yesterday. Pretty much same behavior. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it heavy after the open. Still, if it's going to lose 11 and breaks under this level, I'm going to be interested in any pops against VWAP-ish or 50 area for a short. And I'm going to watch for more unwind. We shall see if it's going to get there, but unless it's going to give us those pops, not really interested in do anything here. APVO. I've seen that Jura mentioned it. For me, definitely it's going to be on radar since it's looking weak. I'm just going to wait the open, see if it's going to give pops against 3 more or less area. I'm going to risk maybe 350-ish. It really depends how it's going to move or how it's going to be looking like at the open, but would really like to see some pops in order to get involved on this one. Giving the range, I'm expecting to see, you know, some recycling. So I'm going to be proactive, at least in the first part of the trading session, and then we shall see if it's going to stay heavy or it's going to play around. BGI, another name I'm watching. Same thing here, going sideways since 4 a.m. Nothing for me here, but since the range is still appealing on this one, I would really like to see a push towards, you know, more or less this area to 10 to 20-ish. I'm going to risk to 50. So any speed up towards that area, I'm going to be interested in getting some, and then looking for some stuffy action in order to build a position, and then locking in along the way, and keeping a core and attacking it in pops as long as it's going to stay heavy. And also NCFR and FCR, I'm sorry. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, sorry, CNVR. I messed the ticker. Anyway, as you can see, this one it's heavy. I really hope there are going to be some pops against 250. Other than that, not really interested. So far, gave back a lot of move, but since you know the range is there, I'm going to be interested, but only, you know, in pops. Zero interest for me to chase it on the way down. Now, also looking at a few other names for a long, UMAC, that's a really nice daily chart. I'm looking for a breakout of 11 more or less. So any volume kick and a push through this level, I'm going to be interested in getting a long trade or some sort of build up and then some follow through. I am going to be there for a long also. Serve, another name I'm watching. Same thing here. Nice daily build up. We shall see if it's going to catch some momentum here. Ideally, it's going to, you know, have 1 or more 2 days of sideways action, and then some follow through. So far, it's a pretty loose setup, but still I like this daily in case that the volume is going to kick in. Also looking at PDD, this one been on my radar for a few days now. Yesterday into end of the day managed to break this range, which took a few days to be broken, and the volume it's increasing. So I'm looking for some continuation in the next few days on this one. This is a swing idea. And if you want to have a comparison, look at Baidu or Baba, and this one could replicate those moves. So at least I'm expecting risking pretty much this level 124-ish. If it's getting under this level, it's a bail, and that's that. And the last one, it's NBIS that I'm watching. I like the fact that it's holding somehow these levels, and yesterday Brain reclaiming these levels and gave dips against this area. So for me, that's a long trigger type of trade, and any build up and break of 92, I'm going to be interested in a long trade. I'm going to mostly risk 88.50-ish, something between 88.50 and this level, so low of Friday. So yeah, that's what I have for today, guys. Good luck, and passing it over to Dawson.
Sounds good. Thanks, Emil. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Another watch list here. A few names, few mains. Was fairly easy to narrow it down this morning. We had Air yesterday. Nice, clean multi-day extension, pushing through some looking left levels from 40s up to 180s. Nice range on the front side, and looking for that pullback. And now we're getting that kind of action going from one name to the next. ATCH being the next one, running from 20 cents up over $1. 5 or 6x, breaks out through there, looking left, clears out, and we'll look for yesterday's volume to start to become bag holders. Anyone who was looking for the squeeze out, you had the prior close sub 75 cents opening up here. It had the possibility of tight halt bands if they wanted to get it going, but every time it would try to push, it just kept getting sit back. So anyone who was looking for that speed up and range expansion on it yesterday did not get rewarded. It stayed fairly heavy into any of those breakout attempts. So then looking left, once this starts to break down sub 80s, then that's more failed follow through setup. So far we're holding red, which is the first sign for me. Put some on here early pre-market using prior day's highs as a guide. But once we start to break down and confirm my thesis, I'll look to scale into that winner. There is earnings supposed to be coming out on this by the end of the month, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So just something to keep in mind if you're swinging it or holding overnight or anything like that. Just be cautious there. OPI, same kind of setup. So far, gapping up nicely today. Same kind of range, 20 cents up to $1 and pushing over the prior day's highs. So we'll look for some gap up or parabolic and failed follow through. Same kind of thing that, ATCH did it yesterday right here, parabolic, hard crack, lower highs, look to lean on it and look for something similar out of OPI. People are just going here from one name to the next. I'm thinking this one being in the commercial real estate space, maybe holding up, was running into that Wednesday meeting. So worth keeping in the back of your mind if they want to hold it up into tomorrow. But I do think this has a nice fade trade in it. Both ATCH and OPI, RSI 90 plus extended from their 4 moving average. And those are both extension indicators in my book. Wolf, the other one, not quite as extended, but a fairly clean trader, has gone on multi-day runs in the past. And now we're getting a steady up, gap up, right up into prior resistance. Volume's not encompassing it, so I think it could be a parabolic daily up into some looking left levels. This one does have some ties to the EV space. And now that Tesla had a little bit of a rest day, maybe people start to take profits on this one. So far has had some trouble in that prior daily resistance at 330s. Every time it pushes up, it sits back. And if this starts to fail under pre-market lows, under prior day's highs in this 310s range, I think a plunge red might get a little temporary pullback. In the bigger picture, I still think this daily is very much intact for like a bigger picture swing. But I just think that there's supposed to be some profit takers into a move like this. You had the same thing in like RR, where it ran up into some prior resistance. The bigger picture was still intact on dips, but you got that extension move, sits back for a little bit, collects itself before choosing its next direction. And that's kind of the phase I think Wolf is in. So I will keep that one on watch as well. So that's what I got this morning, 3 main watches, and I will pass it back to you, Judah.
Thank you, Emil. Thank you, Dawson. I hope everybody here has a successful and great trading day. Take care. See you guys in the room.